back to the Colorblind Architect Podcast. I'm your host, David, and we are entering some scary times. That's right. The tech giants have just shut down Parler.com. Now, this might not seem like big news to anybody who doesn't know much about Parler.com, but essentially Parler is a competitor to Twitter. It's a social media site that has become really popular with conservatives, and the accusation after the storming of the Capitol building by big tech is that Parler has been allowing the planning and incitement of violence that led to the Capitol storming. Now, the truth be told is it didn't. It's just happens to be the place where Donald Trump moved to when Twitter shut his account down. And all of a sudden, as soon as Trump moved to Parler.com, all of a sudden, it's a big deal. All of a sudden, Parler needs to be shut down. So Google removes it from the Play Store. Apple removes it from the App Store. And Amazon shuts down the server. So in other words, Parler is a client of Amazon. And Amazon shuts Parler down, their servers. I thought you weren't allowed to not do business with somebody, or Christians now allowed to not bake wedding cakes for gay weddings or something. I'm a little bit confused, left. You're not being consistent. So this is a really frightening development because it just shows how much power the tech giants have. It is an enormous amount of power that they are able to just, with the flip of a switch, just shut a business down, destroy it wholesale. And this is not appropriate. This is not acceptable. I mean, we are living in a dystopia at this point. I mean, I'm extremely disturbed by this, because while I can live without Parler, there are people who built their business. There are people who. Okay, first off, you've got the people at Parler. Tons of people with jobs. You've got the investors in Parler, and then you also have all the celebrities who have used Parler as a means of getting their message out. People like Dinesh D'Souza and Dan Bongino. And you might not care about these people, but the thing is, they have every right to free speech as the rest of us. I mean, I haven't been shut down because I only have 2 viewers. So, I don't think YouTube even knows that I exist. But at the same time, that means that you and I could get shut down. That means that anybody could get shut down. That means that for just simply saying our freaking opinions, we can get shut down? This is unacceptable. So, what do we do about it? I mean, it's unbelievable. Well, first, write your congressman or congresswoman or congressperson. Personally, I'm fine with gendered language because, that's how language works. Left, maybe you could take a linguistics class. Maybe you could study some foreign languages and realize that, most languages have gender. It's kind of a part of humanity. We have gender. And it usually corresponds with our sex at birth. I'm just saying. Maybe you could think about that. Anyways, so write your congressperson. Personally, I wrote my congressman, and asked him to please do what he can to try to get the FTC after the tech giants to investigate them, to do whatever power he. I don't know what they can do. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't think Congress has any power. I think Congress for 100 years has been giving away their power to, the ABCs of, government agencies. And at this point, these government agencies, they don't even listen to President Trump, even though I get it, Trump is almost out of office. But for 4 years, they weren't listening to Trump. In fact, they were lying to him. In fact, if you saw that article about a month ago, the Pentagon was lying to Donald Trump about troop withdrawals. He had ordered them to take troops out of Syria, and the military kept the troops in there and lied to the president. I mean, how is this not an insurrection on the part of the deep state? They are stealing our country. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit worked up here because we are seeing our country just stolen by a cabal of evil SOBs who think that they have the right to rule over the world. And they don't. They don't have any more right than you or I. Every single one of us is an individual with inherent worth and the rights given by God. No, it's not the elites. It's not Nancy Pelosi's lectern that was stolen by the protesters or the rioters. No, it was ours. It was ours. The Speaker of the House's stuff is actually owned by us collectively as a nation. It's not owned by her. So stop calling it Pelosi's lectern. Stop calling it Pelosi's office. You can call it the office of the Speaker of the House, yes, because that's what it is. And was it wrong what the rioters did? Absolutely. It was absolutely wrong what they did, but it's no different than what these SOBs in Congress have been doing for a very long time. So, I'm not trying to justify any wrong actions on the part of the rioters because they were absolutely wrong. Okay? But what I am trying to point out is that we have kleptocrats in the government agencies, in Congress, and throughout. And they're just selling us. They're selling us down the river. All because they themselves want to get rich off of their office. And now all you idiots who voted for Joe Biden, I just want to make this really clear. You voted for somebody who sold us out to Ukraine, Russia, China, Iran, and every other country that gave Hunter Biden money in the name of his father who was the vice president at the time. Yes, that's right. You, in voting for Joe Biden, committed a violation of the Constitution. Yes, that's right. The Constitution, which says, the Emoluments Clause, it says that you're not allowed to take foreign money and take office. Well, if you voted for Joe Biden, you supported him taking foreign money. And I don't want to hear this crap about Hunter Biden not actually, doing it at the behest of Joe Biden, that Joe Biden's clean. I mean, come on. Really? Do you really think Joe Biden didn't benefit from it when he was working as a congressperson for how many decades? At $200,000 a year. Okay? So at $200,000 a year, that is not enough to buy 6 or 7 mansions. Okay? Joe Biden is a corrupt SOB. And now, he's our president-elect. Congratulations, America. You've been had. And with that, all I can say is hopefully we get through this. And anyways, this video is going to be a little bit short, but thanks for listening. I'm the Colorblind Architect. Peace out.